Hi, I'm Father Jim Forson, and I'd like to share with you a reflection on the gospel of this feast of Christ the King. In the year 410, the Germanic tribe, the Visigoths, overran Rome and sacked it, and pretty much effectively ended the Roman Empire. This came as a horrifying shock to the citizens, who wondered then, how could this have happened? And their solution was to blame it on the Christians and their weak morality. St. Augustine, however, for his people and for us, tried to give a theological explanation of the history of mankind and likewise of that present moment. And he wrote the masterpiece, The City of Man. And in it, he posited there are two cities, the city of man and the city of God. They are inseparable, and we live in them both. The city of man is marked by power, greed, self-interest, violence. The city of God is marked by justice, mercy, forgiveness. And Augustine's question is not which do we live in. We live in both. The question is, to which city do you most belong? Which has your allegiance? Where do I find my citizenship? That's the question. In the gospel today, we see both of those cities on full display. It's the story of the crucifixion of Christ. And as Jesus was suffering horribly on that cross, the Pharisees and the Sadducees are at the foot of the cross, ridiculing him mercilessly, the rulers of the city of man. Joining them, the soldiers, the power of the city of man, joined into the ridicule, and even one of the criminals began mocking Christ. However, as we know the story goes, one other criminal could see the goodness of Jesus and asked, unbelievably, in such a moment, for a favor. To ask a man who was being crucified and suffering and being mocked for a favor. And he said to him, "Remember me when you come into your kingdom." And remarkably, Jesus was able to rise up out of that moment and extend to him compassion and mercy by saying to him, "This day you will be with me in paradise." Clearly, the city of God. Jesus was a citizen of the city of God. In fact, he was its king. The question comes to us. To which do I belong? Which has my allegiance? And I guess I'd like to be able to say, I belong to the city of God. I'd like to be able to say those values that Jesus lived and that he brought to this world of mercy, of compassion, of understanding, those that mark the city of God, that's where I live. That's where I proclaim my life to be. But as Jesus said, by the fruit you know the tree. Good fruit, good tree. Bad fruit, bad tree. So just saying this is what I would like depends on my actions. So today, I have to go on a shopping trip through the city of man. I gotta go to CVS and buy some drugs and Band-Aids, for God's sakes. And then after I do that, I gotta go over to the supermarket and get some milk and bread. I don't have any eggs and stuff like that. And I hate going to this shopping center because, I don't know, some masochist drew up the parking lot and all the slots are too small for the cars and they can barely fit in and they're always bumping into each other and people are honking and shouting and it's just a horrible place. I hate it. And the store's not much better. It's overcrowded. They don't have enough checkers. The lines are too long. Everybody's pushing and shoving. I don't ever want to go there, and I got to because that's where they sell the milk. But as I can't avoid the city of man, perhaps what I could do is to bring to it a taste of the city of God. When I go into that parking lot, I go into that supermarket or CVS, I could bring with me forgiveness, compassion, patience. I could bring with me those values that Jesus lived and that the city of God promotes, I could be able to do that. And I think if people who live in the city of man taste the fruit of the city of God, they want to live there too. They want to belong to that city. And I think little by little, the city of God is calling to and converting the city of man. And I think that one day, if we, the citizens of the city of God, continue to extend the values, the qualities, the mercy, the forgiveness, the justice, all of that which makes the city of God be what it is, if we continue to extend that to this world, little by little, this world will become more and more the city of God and not the city of man. And when it does, I don't know, maybe that's when God will come to be with us again. And maybe we'll start making more merciful parking lots.